I hope you understand few concept. Now let's understand this one. This is interview question. Alright. How does Python interpreter execute your code? Right. Now to understand this, let me go to slideshow, right? From current slide. Just a second. Okay. So can anyone explain me what is happening in this diagram? Can anyone?
Yeah, so what my understanding is whatever we write in the left side, the source code.
Yeah.
Okay. If you go to here's your compiler.
Yeah.
You generate your bytecode.
Yeah.
And that means your low level that machine learning code only, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Then it takes some library from the what Python wrote it and then you code.
Okay, good. So this Python file generally you save with .py. In our case, we are using .ipynb. It is IPython notebook. Sorry, IPynb. Right? It is IPython notebook. Generally, Python file is of .py extension. First, it compiles the code, convert into .pyc. So this is the interview question. They will ask, what do you mean by .pyc file? It is a bytecode. Okay, and then it will execute by Python virtual machine. PVM. Okay, simple. Now interviewer will ask another question. If Python has bytecode, then why it is interpreted language? The answer is here. Python is both interpreted and compiled, but still it is known as interpreted language. It means it is using Python, is using compiler and interpreter both, but still we call it interpreted language. The reason is simple. The bytecode is not executable by CPU. Bytecode is not executable by CPU. It is executed by PVM, Python virtual machine interpreters. So that is the reason Python has interpreted and compiled both. It generates bytecode, but still it is known as interpreted language. Right? Even though Python has a compilation step, the final execution happens in interpreter, making it interpreted language. So if he asks about .pyc format bytecode, then he will end up asking this question also. Right? In this process, he also might ask you this, how Python execution works. So you can say, whenever we write a code like print hello, right? Print hello world, right? Okay, this is the most simplest program in any book, right? Print this. Now it will do the lexical analysis, means it will find out the tokens, or you can say keywords. The tokens are nothing, just keywords. These keywords will be used to generate an abstract syntax tree like this. So this is an example of 2 into 7 plus 3, right? So it will also try to create some tree of this, right? And then it will go for compilation, and then it will go for interpretation. So these are the steps of compiler design. If you have done this course in your graduation, then these are the steps of lexical analysis, syntactical analysis, and all these things, right? So these are the steps. So you can say first it will do lexical analysis, parsing, compilation, and interpretation, right? I hope you understood this process. This is very simplest process, or I will say you just need to write 3 things in your notebook, right? .py file, it will generate .pyc file via compiler, and then it will execute code, okay, using PVM. So PVM is your interpreter. This is the shortcut that you can write in a notebook. That's it, and nothing else. Okay, this is the whole story. Okay, you can write this in your notebook and it will help you a lot. Great. Any question on this? You can ask by opening your mic. No?
So that
Yeah.
dot PYC part I am not getting.
Yeah, so
what you want.
okay, so whenever you write a code, this code will be a file which is saved with .py extension, and compiler will generate a file with .pyc extension. Suppose your file name is hello.py, it will generate a hello.pyc file also. This pyc file is bytecode, which is understandable by machine. You will not understand this. This is an intermediary code, which is optimized code also, so that your execution time will be reduced when you use this virtual machine. Generally, Python is a slower language. Via this structure, it may be faster on some task, right? So this compilation step is to reduce the code into a simple form or a straightforward form or an optimized form in a certain code language which will be understandable by a virtual machine. So that is what the file is, .pyc file. This is intermediary file. Just like Java, in Java we also have bytecode. So bytecode is an intermediary file which will be understandable by virtual machine, right? There we use JVM and here we are using the PVM, Python virtual machine. Anyone still has doubt?
One question, Avinash.
Sure.
This virtual machine, so like if we are working from our laptop at home, just doing the running and learning these codes, while installation, does Anaconda install some virtual machine?
Indirectly. Not so. Don't consider this as a cloud virtual machine, right? Okay. So it is a kind of a Python bytecode execution engine.
Oh, understood. Okay.
Right. Right. Or if some IDE is in, whenever we install any IDE, ultimately it will require your core software or core libraries, right? So these library in Anaconda, they will install that, right? And when you work on VS Code, so VS Code will ask you for that Python interpreter. So in that case also you have to install that. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.